Leisure State in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana, and Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll go on the ground.
Oh, my man can hold that block.
Yard up to the 21. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
If your day involves blocking Danny Shelton, you better pack lunch and dinner. It's an all-day job.
I remember when my last game was.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
On 1st down, Locke. The field, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Locke. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So with 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They're going to go. It's Locke. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Grammy there, you mic'd up?
Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a first down throw. Lock. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. To the air again. Lock. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool him with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
On first and 10, Lock. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Throwing again is Lott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. From the red zone now, Lock. That nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now a handoff looking right. And he takes it for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. 15 yards. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point attempt to come here. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
I can't hear you at all. I don't know if you're trying to talk or not. Plus, damn lawnmower people. Hate Fridays.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Backing up. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. And
not in my house.
Receiving core, Charles.
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go again.
Oh, come on, TJ. You got to get that. You got to get that, TJ.
Come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Oh.
And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Dropsies.
The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Texans send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll fake it. Now Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now 3rd down, less than a yard. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Hard throw, incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can
should have won my first option.
be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Oh, fuck.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
God damn it.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got to sense.
Get stuff.
See if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast.
Let's go defense.
In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast.
Take this big boy out of the game.
Fresh set of downs here.
No, sir.
And he'll lose lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
Looking to throw.
I'm about to say, he better not catch that.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's third down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, or if they
let's go, T. Jesus. Let me get one of them INTs.
To get themselves back in sync.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Oh!
Hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Lynch, feed me.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This is a defensive changeup.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second
first
level
defensive play you pick differently than the whole game.
On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
I don't like none of them. Let me see what happens.
They'll give it to him right up the gut.
Whole lot of nothing.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And now out comes Houston. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3
Should have threw that away.
For anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take
making
charge
adjustments, so
you know,
see
we
that.
always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he will find his
How
man
in the
on
hell
end
did he
route
squeeze that in
complete.
there?
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Hunter Henry taking it in. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it
turn the ball over?
And okay, forget the field goal because that looked
Easy
like an
buckets.
easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
I feel like my guys are slower
Indianapolis
than
set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
On 2nd down, here's Love. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Give me something,
and they'll
man.
just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them.
What we got? Give me something.
They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Houston first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. He'll look to throw. And maybe lucky there. This guy
you got to get that for me.
3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. third down. He'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Play action. It's locked. Now a hit and locked. Lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long. It's locked. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Take it at the 37. So it's on to halftime in this AFC. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Muscles him off. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Let's go. Green 39.
They're going to try and throw. And he comes back with one complete.
How in the hell did he not get sacked?
On the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert. And
It was like I hit an invisible fucking
You
wall.
always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
What we got, Cream? What we got?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a
How's that
shot
not a
on
fumble?
the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, it's my guy.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt.
Come on, your calf is just fine.
We'll check on his status when we get back. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Watching that body.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back
You got to catch that, though. I came right at you.
Of the second half.
Can't wait for the ball. You got to go get it.
Couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Chuck Pagano, he's told his offense, stay out there. We're going for it. They come out here in the eye. On 4th down, Locke. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on 4th down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. 4th and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action. Oftentimes you find people open for what you need, and that's exactly what they got done there.
Throwing is Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Hit the wrong damn button. Oh, I know that ain't my. I'm about to say.
It looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. After the run, Luck going to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline.
Oh,
wait,
come on.
no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I see your thing going off, but I don't hear you.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They snap it to Locke. Finding time. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 11. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Hey, even for a talented receiver.
Oh, come on, man. Catch that shit.
Pops free. The
There's no reason for you to
there,
not catch
the ball
that.
loose and brings up 2nd down.
So much of his game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering
Absolute no
who's
reason for
working
you to not catch
inside
that.
that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 2nd and 10, Locke. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash. This from 33. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Defensive
This
struggle.
will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And on that
No
last
two teams
drive,
have played each other entirely too
turned it
much.
over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Green 39. Watching that, Marty. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh,
It is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Now let's go. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Landed. No. Check. Patriot.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And
Oh, come on, man. You should have caught that. He completely missed it. You gotta capitalize on that. Gotta capitalize on the overthrow.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Locke. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. Now they'll run it on the toss.
Oh, my God.
He'll get this down only to about the 46.
God's
Give him a couple
acceleration
on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And a give this time to the
For real.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Got to be kidding me.
And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Stuck with him the whole time,
Today's
too.
NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will.
The
24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now out comes Houston. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
They've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out 2nd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Let's go. No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And
Thank
this is
you.
going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance.
Ah.
Punting the ball away. and they're set to go on the field as opposed to
that should have been
sudden
it right
change
there.
after a turnover. Wow, now we're going to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
That should have been the home run hitter.
We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To throw is Locke. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Luck now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Locke. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now this one's going to rest on the foot. And now the Texans are going to stop it.
They'll be icing my kicker.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective
icing my damn kicker.
We take a break.
That's fucked up.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And
in there.
Kick is good.
Ice water in his veins.
They are moving on to the AFC championship
Woo!
game.
And a freeze.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter
that
where
50-50.
they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That
Yeah.
way you hold on
Going
to
back
it.
to the
They
ship.
got it done, and
Going
they feel
back to
very
the
good
bowl.
about that victory.
Oh my God, defensive struggle. Struggle. Oh, that was not no damn touchdown. I knew I should have challenged that shit. That was not no damn touchdown.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.
No sacks, 1 INT. Alright.